everyone, it's the Kindergarten Rocks channel here, and today I am going to be presenting another story to you all. In 2021, I presented the Ultrasound story by Josec Diaz. It's still available on YouTube, and it will be available on YouTube permanently. So if you would like to go back and look at that story, it is available on YouTube as I'm speaking of right now. It will also be available throughout the June 16th ceremony, which will be happening on June 12th, 2026. So, without any further ado, I just want to say thank you to the people who have helped me write this story, okay? Because obviously, when I wrote the ultrasound story in 2021, it was a handwritten story. This time, we have transitioned it over to digital, which was done on Canva, and it turned out really great. I like the digital designs that were used on Canva to write this story. So I've been working on this story since October of 2025, and I'm really excited to present it today. So, let's get started. Today's story is called Josec Diaz, Second Ultrasound Story. Author, Josec Diaz Garcia. Illustrated by James Ganther. From the author. Hello everyone. My name is Josec Diaz. I am the author of the Second Ultrasound Story. I look forward to sharing my experiences with you all and sharing some words of encouragement to people who may have an ultrasound coming up either in a week, a year, or sometime in the near future. I hope that this story will be an encouragement to you, and I look forward to sharing many experiences in the next 10 years and many years to come. Without any further ado, let this story begin. So I'll let you look at the graphics that Canva did. Throwback to 2021. On June 16th, 2021, I had an ultrasound for the first time. I had zero nerves about it at the time because I already knew what to expect on that day. I still remember how friendly the staff was and how informative they were. I was able to understand everything that they were telling me, and I was able to start conversations with the people who were performing my ultrasound on that day. It was a great day to the point I made a story about my experience the following day on June 17th, 2021. However, the days before and after June 16th, 2021 were not the best days, and I could continue explaining more on the next page. The days before and after June 16th, 2021. The day before June 16th, 2021 was not a good day because so many things took place on this day which stressed me out, but nothing compares it to the day after June 16th, 2021 when I had the worst day ever because of the fact that I had to make up work that I missed the day before my ultrasound while participating in a summer program called SOAR, which is meant to prepare me for the next grade level. Then, I didn't wear my mask the right way, and therefore I received a warning about the mask policy from my bus driver when I was getting off the bus. At least the second week of SOAR was finally over, and I can relax for 3 days before returning to SOAR on Monday. But then things continued to stress me out to the point the third week of SOAR was a bad week for me. And just to make things clear, when the ultrasound story was written in 2021, I'm gonna see if I can zoom into the picture. I don't know if y'all can see it. But when this story was released in 2021, this was right in the peak of the coronavirus pandemic. So that's why masks were mandatory. So I thought I'd throw that out of the way, in case you didn't know. 1 week after June 16th, 2021. The week after June 16th, 2021 was not a good week for me because it was time for me to learn new content at the SOAR program. I did not understand much of the content and it made me stress out, but I knew that the content that is being covered at SOAR will become very challenging once I enter 6th grade. So therefore, I had to try my best to learn the content so that I can understand it when I enter the 6th grade. But once I understood the content, the final week of SOAR ended up being the best week ever, and I was able to successfully complete the program and move on to 6th grade. One benefit from my bad days were that I successfully wrote the first ultrasound story and was able to present it on YouTube. Basically what I had planned to do after June 16th. Bye-bye, elementary school. You will be missed. But now it is time to move forward to 2025, which is the present day in 2026, and talk about my second ultrasound and the reasons why I have to have an ultrasound. Alright, so here's a final look at it before transitioning over to 2025. Health, and the reason why the ultrasound occurred. In November 2020, I was diagnosed with liver disease, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. This disease is not as bad as other liver diseases, but I have to make some lifestyle changes in order to stay healthy. I still have to make lifestyle changes today, and some days can be challenging, but I will always move forward and continue on with my life, no matter the barriers that I experience in life. The reason why I have ultrasounds is because my liver has to be checked to see whether or not it is healthy or if my liver enzymes are abnormally high or not. Bad news, my liver is not 100% healthy, but it is still functional, and I still have time in my teenager years to change the results and make my liver healthy and lower my liver enzyme to levels that are healthy for the liver. I still live normally, and I will still continue to add more to the story until I retire from writing stories. Because obviously, I'm not going to be writing stories once I'm like age 70, because I probably won't be able to see anymore. 1 year after June 16th. In 2022, the first ever June 16th ceremony took place. This ceremony is a time to remember what happened on June 16th, 2021, and help people who may be anxious about having an ultrasound feel more comfortable about having an ultrasound. The ceremony has become so successful that it now takes place annually in June, with the 5th anniversary ceremony taking place this month, in June of 2026. More June 16th ceremonies are planned after the 5th anniversary in 2026, including a decade ceremony taking place in 2031. So here's a picture of this was me when I had the June 16th ceremony back in 2024. Having an ultrasound in 2025. The second ultrasound was another success, with new modernized technology that may have not existed in 2021. The doctors were so friendly and informative, which is the reason why I am writing this story today. I wish I could have done the ultrasound in 2026, which is 5 years after the first ultrasound in 2021. But the time came that the ultrasound needed to be done. The second ultrasound took place on October 7th, 2025 at approximately 10 o'clock a.m. Central Daylight Time. And I shall tell you more about my experience of my ultrasound in 2025 on the next page. My ultrasound experience, 2025 version. I arrived at the McQueen Imaging Department for check-in. So that would basically be I'd go to the referred testing just like how I did it in 2021. So I'd go to the referred testing. Then I am called to get my ultrasound completed. During the ultrasound, I spent the time talking with the nurse and making new friends while undergoing the ultrasound. One new thing that happened was that I had to take a long, deep breath so that I could stay relaxed while the ultrasound took place. These deep breaths also helped make sure I had accurate results for my ultrasound. Once again, I had zero nerves about this procedure, and I felt relaxed during the entire process. At the end of the ultrasound, I was praised for how I did during the ultrasound, and they mentioned that I was brave during the entire process. So, before we continue on with the story, let's breathe together. Alright? So I want y'all to inhale with me and exhale out. Do it with me. Here we go. See how that makes you feel relaxed? Alright, here's a picture of where it took place. "5 years later, a bright future ahead. 5 years later, technology continues to modernize the future. With some updates that have taken place from 2021 to 2026, and with more updates expected to take place as we progress into the future, 5 years later, I am still hopeful, and I have learned a lot of new things along the way. I have also made lots of discoveries over the past 5 years since I began my journey through YouTube on May 13th, 2021. Although things continue to change, I will still be writing stories and talking more about my journey. I hope that when I write this story again, I will have more stories to talk about. I hope you enjoyed this story and learned a thing or two about my experiences. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have an amazing day." Alright, so now we have some signatures from the people. So number one, we're going to start off from the top to the bottom. So, signatures from the people. "I believe that you can achieve more than you are capable of doing in life." From Seth K. "You can achieve whatever you want to accomplish as long as you try your best." From Dr. Claire Keith. Anna Moorer, who was my ultrasound doctor for the 2025 ultrasound. "Anna, such a fun experience. Great time." Thank you. "God's got you. You've got this." From James Ginther. And then finally, this is what I wrote. "You can do it. Believe in yourself, and you'll be just fine." So I'm going to let you guys look at the signatures real quick. I'll switch it around if I have to. Alright, this page initially left blank. "From day one till the day I die, I will be brave and embrace life's unexpected challenges and move on. I will learn new things and use the ultrasound story as an experience for me and a story of education and comfort for people having an ultrasound. I hope that this story will be a story of motivation and support. You are strong, and you can do this. I believe in you. Sincerely, Josec Diaz, author." That wraps up today's story, you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the digital designs that are on the story, and I'm going to actually show it to you one more time throughout the pages. I guess we'll do this page. But you can see how there's some digital designs that I put on there. That's why I switched over to digital stuff now. I may or may not handwrite things. I'll probably not do that anymore because it's gotten old. But anyways, thank you for watching this story. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time whenever the next ultrasound story comes out. Thank you for watching.